This video of the smoke and flames is from our tower cam at 10th and Meridian, not long after this fire started. Again, this building not far away from the WTHR studios. It has been a dangerous and difficult battle for Indianapolis firefighters tonight, and this building is heavily damaged now by fire. Right now, it is in danger of collapse. Our Marina Silva is live for us at the scene. So, Marina, what have you learned about the damage there? Any evacuations, injuries, how people are doing?
Well, Jenny, first off, this is a very heartbreaking scene right now. So this is the building where firefighters are working. And like you said, we saw flames coming up from the roof of this building. We can still see some of the fire towards the back of the building. There's dozens of fire trucks here, dozens and dozens of firefighters and paramedics and police here just working to help. Now, when we got here, we saw a lot of these veterans and their families that live here actually coming across the street and just watching. We spoke with many of them who are heartbroken. They say they've been homeless before. They don't want to do it again. They're saying that this is somewhere that they can go and get help. Right now, a lot of them were kind of congregating in the parking lot across the street, and they say they're cold. Paramedics just got them some blankets. A lot of them are getting onto an Indigo bus right now just to kind of get warm, but a lot of them right now are just trying to figure out, where am I going to sleep tonight? That has been a question that a lot of them have just been saying that's on their mind. You know, once again, I just want to stress how heartbreaking it is. They're hugging each other. I heard one man say he just started knocking on doors to make sure his friends and his neighbors were able to get out safely. We're working to hear from firefighters if there are any injuries, what could have caused this fire, but right now it's still burning. So once again, I just want to let everyone know, right around 10th and Meridian is pretty blocked off. If you can avoid the area, definitely avoid the area. Police and firefighters, paramedics have this all blocked off. They're all working to get these veterans and their families some safety into somewhere where they can stay warm. We just spoke with one vet earlier, and this is what he had to say.
I'm thinking about, like, where are we going to stay tonight, or the next night, or I don't know. I really don't know how they're going to handle it. It's kind of ironic, a fire in a homeless shelter. So we've all been homeless before, so at least we know what's going on there.
Yeah, like he said, a lot of them have nowhere else to go. They're looking for where they're going to stay tonight. So once again, we just want to show you what's going on behind here. You can see a lot of these firefighters on the ladder just trying to put the fire out. From where I'm standing, at the angle I'm standing, I can still see some of the flames coming up from the building. We are working to learn if there have been any injuries and what started this fire. But for now, I'll send it back into the studio to you, Jenny.
Yeah, Marina, I'm trying to look through your perspective too. It looks like maybe 3 ladder trucks, possibly 4, and I believe they're trucking some water in from down the street too. Can you kind of tell us what you're seeing?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're just seeing the ones that we can show you right now, but there's actually even more on the other side of the building, more ladder trucks trying to get up there and spray that fire. They are trekking water. We've seen that they've gone down Meridian to get some more water. We've seen them go down 10th Street to get water and just kind of trek all of that over here. What it looks like is they're really tackling this fire from all angles of the building.
Yeah, and it has been burning now for more than an hour and a half. My goodness, our thoughts are with those families.
And I just can't stress how heartbreaking it is to see these veterans looking for what they're going to do next and thinking about their belongings that are in there.
Yeah, that gentleman saying, where are we going to stay tonight? It just breaks your heart. These people who have served our country came home, found help at this building, at this facility with this organization, and now looking for homes again. So we want to give you a little bit better perspective. You may know this building if you've been downtown during the daylight. This is a map, kind of shows you where this is happening. HVAF, again, it's called the Helping Veterans and Families Facility. This is on the corner of 10th and Pennsylvania. And as you can see from the map, it's really a complex of several buildings. Lots of them are connected. Some of them house apartments for veterans, Firefighters, when we were looking at the flames, they were really focused on that southwest portion of the building, and we understand that's where some of the apartments are housed. That's where firefighters from IFD were really kind of focused their energy on earlier today. As we take a look at those flames that still, again, this fire started at 9:30. It's now 11:05, and they are still battling this right now. Tell you a little bit more about HVAF as well. They again help homeless veterans return to self-sufficiency. Their goal is really to prevent at-risk veterans and their families from becoming homeless. They give supportive housing, case management, employment support, some therapy, plus basic needs like food and clothing and hygiene. Last year, HVAF says it served 1,349 veterans and provided about 37,000 life-changing services. All of that obviously at risk right now. This is their building on 10th and Meridian. You can see that intense smoke, the intense flames, and the intense battle right now by Indianapolis firefighters and their ladder trucks trying to put this out, which has been raging now for over an hour. So we are expecting soon to hear potentially from the Indianapolis Fire Department. We are also expecting to hear from some more veterans and from the HVAF organization. So as soon as we get that information, of course, we'll bring that to you throughout this newscast. Much more for you in the next few minutes here on 13 News, this massive fire in downtown Indianapolis. Now we want to turn to the Delphi murders trial, which continued today. It was actually 2 years ago today when police arrested Richard Allen, the suspect for the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German. Now, only one witness took the stand during today's half-day session. Indiana State Police Lieutenant Jerry Holman was one of the lead investigators on this case, and he described an interview with Allen weeks after serving a search warrant at his home. Holman described the techniques he used in that interview, and he also said Allen denied being involved with the murders or having a gun on the trail that day more than 20 times. Holman also testified that he lied to Allen, telling him a police expert identified him as Bridge Guy in the video on Libby's cell phone. Holman described Allen as being agitated. He says Allen told him, quote, "I'm not going to tell you something I didn't do. I don't care what you do to me. I'm not going to tell you I did something I did not do." Now, the defense tried to go after the tone of Holman's interview with Allen. Attorney Andrew Baldwin also got Holman to admit to errors in the investigation, among them leaving the bloody sticks that were on Abby and Libby's bodies at the crime scene and then going back later to collect them. Baldwin also asked to be able to show the jury some video from Allen's interviews with police. Both sides agreed that will happen, and it'll happen sometime next week. Don't forget, every weeknight, we are breaking down what happens in court in our Delphi debrief. Our reporters in Delphi and our legal analysts do a deep dive on this case. You can watch that on our WTHR Plus streaming app. It is a free download on Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, and Roku.
All right, and for our forecast, temperatures have dropped pretty dramatically. We already have some 30s showing up on the board, still 49 for Indy, but those temperatures probably going to drop at least another 10 degrees or so. I expect the numbers to continue dropping. Overnight lows in the 30s, maybe even a few of you below freezing, and then tomorrow we warm right back up. We're expecting plenty of sunshine, so the 30s will become the 40s, will become the 50s, and yes, I do think 60s are in the forecast for tomorrow. I do have 80s in the 7-day forecast, and a look at Halloween coming up.
All right, see you in a few minutes, Rob. Thank you. Tonight, a Hamilton County resident is facing charges after someone reported that a political yard sign was stolen. The victim says multiple signs related to the election were taken from their yard. After several incidents, they actually put a GPS tracking tag, like an Apple AirTag, onto a sign. When that was taken, the victim helped police track it to a home in Sheridan. Sheridan police say that suspect has now been arrested and charged. More than 10,000 Marion County voters took advantage of new voting sites that opened today. 8 early voting satellite sites opened this morning in neighborhoods all over the city. They'll be open from 11 to 6 every day until November 3rd. Now, this afternoon, we stopped by the Perry Township Government Center, and it has been crowded. Some voters telling us they spent hours waiting in line.
I saw a crowd that went all the way around behind the building, all the way down the side, the front, and around and back through and in. It was huge.
Early voting has been available at the City County building since October 8th. On average, around 1,000 people have been voting there every day. Well, we have an update tonight on an effort to help an Indianapolis Centurion stay in her home. Yesterday, we introduced you to 101-year-old Ernestine Pinner. Her home in Martindale Brightwood needs some repairs, but she can't afford them. So she asked the nonprofit Home Repairs for Good to help. Well, today, the group tells us they had more than 100 volunteers in that neighborhood. They were able to help 10 homeowners, including Pinner. American Airlines testing new technology to cut down on a big annoyance during boarding, the bad behavior they're hoping to stop next.